the Parish Church of St Mary in Wisbech St Mary, Cambridgeshire. St Mary's is essentially a perpendicular church restored in 1894 and 1901. The west tower here is of the late 1300s with a large perpendicular west window. The battlements you can see are renewed in brick. Interestingly, all the windows of the church itself are from the 1400s without tracery or with only a top of panel tracery. The Church of St Mary consists of a chancel, a clerestoryed nave, aisles, south porch and a west tower with this pyramidal cap covered with lead. The exterior of the church, with the exception of the chancel and tower, is plastered. On the south is a priest's doorway from the 1400s. On the east gable of the nave is a 15th century Sanctus bellcot. This tower, which is of 4 stages, dates from the second half of the 14th century and is really quite well proportioned. I do appreciate the yellow and brown stone of this tower, square with crossed buttresses and brick battlements. Here we enter through a 15th century porch. The bays here inside are from the late 1300s. There are 5 of them, with short octagonal piers. The clerestory is from the 15th century. The interior of St Mary's has a squashed feel, with the aisle walls only about 3 metres tall. These nave arcades look rather clumsy in appearance, the first of which has been mutilated for the fixing of a screen that is now destroyed. Here is a finely carved Tudor altar in the Lady Chapel. This lectern was found in Suffolk. The base is a 17th century ship's figurehead. The top parts are a reconstruction. In the chancel there are 3 sumptuous gilt chairs from Culford Hall in Suffolk. They're Italian from around the year 1730. The stained glass in St Mary's is mainly of the panelled variety. There are a few fragments that might be English from the 1300s or 1400s, but mostly are collected panels, German, Swiss, or from the Netherlands. Two of the glass panels here in the chancel are dated 1535. What with the paintings and inscription to the side here, we have a kind of foreign feel, a Baroque feel to the interior of the church. The altar in the chapel is made from a chest with front panels pierced and carved, and a back panel made by a Jacobean carpenter. The ancient bell, Nikolai Fesset 1618, left behind by German troops in Ploegstreek Wood, Belgium, in the early days of the Great War 1914-18, was used as a gas alarm by the 32nd Fusiliers and afterwards presented to their chaplain, the Reverend Canon Mowbray Smith, whose helmet we saw earlier on. It was recast in 1947 and hung in the chancel bellcot of this parish church. The font is octagonal with 7 ogee arches, flatly carved, possibly a 17th century retooling job. Thank you for watching this film of St Mary's in Wisbech St Mary, Cambridgeshire.